Alright, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Viper Officer and Vipers. Yeah, this is the 3-pack of Vipers that you ordered off of BBTS or Hasbro themselves, and just so you guys all know, this comes in the plastic-free packaging, which gives you that really cool art that you see here on the front. So with that being said, let's get these guys out of the box, let's take a look at them, and yeah, let's see what they're all about. Okay guys, so now that I have them out of the box, you see all three of the Vipers standing in front of you. And, well, I mean, the colors are cool. They're not as blue and red as the original Viper was. And then you have the actual commander or officer standing there in front. Now, these guys come with a plethora of things. So let's get into taking a look at their accessories that they come with really quick, and I'll try to go through them as fast as I possibly can because there's a lot of stuff here and, you know, we don't want to be here forever. But anyway, let's take a look. Starting off, we have the Cobra Officer's Backpack, and it's just the same as the original Viper, except for it has a gold Cobra emblem on it, has a gray rope, and then the gray bombs or smoke bombs or whatever the case. Just simple backpack. Next we have the regular Viper backpack, and as you can see, rope is gray, bombs are gray, and the Cobra symbol is red on this one. Third backpack, same thing as the one I just showed, gray rope, gray bombs, everything else is in black, and then you have the red Cobra emblem on them. Next, we have their goggles, which, whatever, they come with eyewear, protective eyewear, considering the fact that they have face plates on their, under their helmets and stuff. But anyway, these are the regular Vipers, and then the yellow lenses are the Cobra Officers. It would make sense if they had different head sculpts with these, and the regular Viper as well. If they had different head sculpts to where they didn't have the masks, the face plates along with the helmets on there, or not the face plates, just the helmets, and then they wore these. But, hey, that's cool. Next, we have the Viper sidearms. So the regular Vipers, they have, well, the sidearms that the regular Viper came with. And then the officer has this nice 45 9mm looking handgun, which is painted with a little bit of like a maroon on that on the actual slide and everything, and then there's some kind of emblem on that handle which I can't make out. I guess it's supposed to be a cobra with its mouth open. I'm trying to make that out, but I can't. It's very small. But anyway, that's a cool detail that they put on there, at least anyway. Or it's it looks like a cobra with its mouth open, or a skull with fangs. Either way, this is the coolest handgun that they have out of all of them, as far as out of all three of what they come with. Next, we have the two big laser blasters that the original Viper came with. They're cool. The magazines are removable, just casted in black plastic. Very bulky, but they included them. Next, we have a more modern, I guess, like M16 or AR-15 with a rocket launcher on the bottom here, which is nice. The clip is removable. Then you have right here you have your handle along with your trigger, scope. Very nice. I mean, there's a lot going on here. It's just cast in black. You have 2 fire ports on there, so that's cool. You can actually do the blast coming from the actual rocket launcher or the actual machine gun part itself, but either way, very nice detail on it. I like the way they did it, and like I said, the clip is removable. So that's really cool. On to the next one. Next, we have a smaller machine gun, and this one here has like a slide on it for something else. I don't know because it didn't come with anything, but then you have your actual sight right here at the top, which is nice, and then you have your handle here. The clip is removable. It is all casted in black plastic. There's quite a bit of detail on here. You have the slide right here so you can chamber around into the actual gun itself to load it off. Then on this side here, you have the switch to go from automatic, semi-automatic, or fully automatic, which is nice. And hopefully one of these on one of the sides is the safety. And then you have another little iron sight right here that's laying down. But it would have been cool to see what actually went on this here. So I don't know if this, you can slide this to another gun or what that is supposed to do, but either way, it's a cool little add-in. Next we have the AR-15, and you know, you have your pistol grip down here. Once again, your switch to automatic, semi-automatic, or single fire. Your slide to chamber in a round. Your scope. Now I don't know, because this has such a bigger scope, if this is supposed to be the sniper. So this is probably what this is supposed to be, is the sniper, and the other one is actually the AR-15. So this is like a semi-automatic or automatic sniper rifle, or whichever the case, because it actually comes with this that you put on the front, and the suppressor goes on there, and it actually gives it a better look without it being so snub at the barrel. But very nice. I like the long scope on there. You can see the dials on there, so you can get your longitude, latitude, and stuff like that for when you fire it off. Mine seems a little bent as you look down the barrel, right? So that round wouldn't, so if I turn it maybe a little bit, yeah, if I turn it, it straightens it just a little bit. There you go. The way they packaged them, these all came in like little cardboard, and that's supposed to keep them straight. Apparently, nah, it didn't work, as you can see. Cool gun. Okay, I try to run through these pretty quick. Now you have the blast effects. The blast effects, they come all separate. So this is one piece, and then you plug it in here, and then this piece, the actual bullet firing out from the actual flash part of the round coming out of the weapon. Now you have the bullet traveling out, and they all clip together, as a all three together. That's cool. I like it. Soft plastic. If it's a little bent, you can heat it up, straighten it out, whatever the case. Next, we have another blast effect coming out of the gun. I like the way you have the crisscross pattern coming out, and then the bullet itself firing out. The flame kind of goes down a little bit, so I don't know which way you'd want to have this. But either way, it's a cool little effect to have. Next, you have, now this one here, I would say this is more for like firing out a rocket, right? Because you have the blast that's coming out first. And then you have the little mushroom cloud of the rocket firing out. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. That's really nice. I like the way they did the whites. And you have the clear yellow. Very well done, but we'll see when I start plugging it into the actual guns themselves and see how they last. Then you have the machine gun fire, the rapid fire. So you have, where the gun's firing off, all semi-automatic. Beautiful sound effects, right? Yellow and red, and then this plugs into the actual gun. So it's doing a spraying pattern. And last but not least, one of my favorites is the smoke coming out of the barrel when you're done firing it. So I'll put these into the ends of the guns real quick, show them off real fast, and then yeah, we'll get on to actually taking a look at these three. Here's the blast effect coming out of the sniper rifle. Here is the spray effect coming out of the front of the machine gun. Here is the blast effect coming out of the front of the AR-15 modified with the rocket launcher on the bottom. Here's that big blast coming out of the futuristic rifles. And here is some thick smoke coming out of the actual handgun after it's been done being fired. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the articulation because we already know what the articulation is about with these guys here. But what I want to talk about is the fact of the difference in uniform, right? So we have more of a maroonish red Cobra logo on this guy, and then in black, and then with his blues. And then you have a more of a gray type silver with a gold Cobra symbol with the maroon on the out, and then everything else is black. I like the way they did them. They're very, very nice. Now, one thing is for sure. Now, I've seen a couple other reviews that a couple other guys have, when they got theirs a while back, or just not too long ago, they were complaining because of the fact that we have two Caucasian guys and one African-American male or female underneath the uniforms here, which is great. It should be diverse. It doesn't matter if they're wearing a uniform or not, it should be diverse. But one thing is for sure, and I checked, is that, so this is my African American officer. Now, when I lift up, you can see right there the color. And his forearms, you can see they're all the same color. Now I moved this one down also, and it's not, I don't know what happened to the other guys and their reviews and stuff like that on why they had, you know, that issue. I have no idea why they would make one arm white and then, you know, the neck, you know, African American, and then, you know, one arm African American, the other one's white, and then on the white guy you have, on the Caucasian, I should say, I apologize, you have one arm that is Caucasian, another one's black, or the neck is black. It's crazy. But anyway, that's on Hasbro, and Hasbro should make that right with those guys. Now this guy here, you can actually see his shirt underneath, which is pretty cool. Unless, yeah, he's got a red shirt on underneath that. So, I mean, as far as I know, it's Caucasian. And I pulled all these down. And what's with the sloppy paint? That's the other thing too. What is with the sloppy paint on these figures? Right? Like, you spent this much money with them, they should be pristine paint jobs. That is the other thing. And the other thing that I have a problem with is what's with the warped Cobra logo, man. I mean, you know, these are minor QC things and whatever the case, but dude, you have no problem taking our cashish, right? No problem taking our cashish when it comes down to us buying them, but then you're going to give us products. Now, for those guys that ended up getting these products and they were not accurate and they were miscolored and everything, yeah, I don't blame them for being pissed off. I'd be pissed off too. Yeah, see, so he has a red shirt underneath as well. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't know what happened. It was probably a QC flaw. They all have red shirts underneath. But no, I mean, I'm happy that I got them. You know, I'm not going to say I'm not. There's some minor here's or there's that I don't really care for. On a couple of the figures, like I said, the sloppy paint job, the warped Cobra symbol. This Cobra logo is actually higher than this Cobra symbol here. I mean, if you actually look. So, I mean, it's simple little things like that, which are small little details, right? And to some people, it's not a big deal. Now, I mean, it's not going to make or break the situation, but what will make or break the situation is I did that stalker video. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But look at this. He's got flint legs, right? Flint legs were loose when you got flint. This is what I'm talking about, the wiggly waggly crap that you do. The arms won't allow to go down because of the flak jacket, which I understand. They have the butterfly joints inside, which is nice to hold the weapons. And I understand these guys had, you know, this kind of gear on and stuff like that. But, I mean, really? I just bumped this and the leg is like, wonk, 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 wonk. Whatever the case, this is going to, you know, they're going to go in my collection. They're just going to hang out in the collection, which is fine. But still, I mean, it doesn't, they're not broke, they're not busted up. But each one of these down here at the boot swivel, I had to be careful with because they were so tight to get them to turn. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I'm not trying to turn this into a crap session, so or banging on Hasbro. I'm just stating a point, right? Because I said I want to talk about these figures, and I'm not doing the articulation part of the video because of this reason, because it's been done to death and we know how these guys work with their articulation. And as far as paint wise, I mean, you know, he's just gray and maroon on the one side and this guy's just maroon, black, and, you know, that darker blue on the other. I'm not trying to cut it short, I'm just letting you guys know that that's how I feel about the situation. I'm going to put these guys probably in a couple poses, show them off, do some stuff like that for fun, and then we will end the review and we'll do some comparisons. Okay guys, so here I have them posed out with some of the effects on their weapons and them holding the weapons. You can see they can hold them. The effects, some look better than others, but still, I mean, you know, I get it to work. I mean, you know, I'll mess around with it to get it to look a little bit better than, you know, the way I have it here. I just, you know, quickly set these guys up for this. But with that being said, I mean, listen, besides my little critiquing on little here's and there's, they are the same as the original Viper, just different colors. They come with different, you know, just different colors, different weapons, which is nice that they came with the different weapons and the different effects, which is really, really cool. So yeah, so now you have your officer and you have your 2 Vipers, and then you have the Rayer Viper, which I know the Rayer Viper was, well, people are still trying to get a hold of that one, and I think people are still trying to get a hold of this one. I think you might be able to get this one, this 3-pack. I'm not too sure. I pre-ordered mine. I just got mine in today. So enough of that rambling. I got a couple of comparisons to do with these guys to show them off. And yeah, so let's get started with that. So with comparisons, I want to show, there's the OG Viper right there. Right there. And you can see that he compares just fine with his other members of his unit. But look at that paint that they put on him. I mean, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous red paint that they put on him. The maroon paint is cool. But obviously, this Cobra Viper is from a different cloth than these Cobra Vipers here, because they have the maroon color, so that's their commander. So be it. I'll be right back. I got one more person to compare. And here's how they all compare to Star Wars Black Series Droids Boba Fett Easter Egg Edition, or Easter Edition. All right, guys, so there was the comparisons on the couple guys that I had out. And okay, so my last critique on this whole set, it's cool. It's good to have. And yeah, I mean, I have my couple here's and there's that I don't think they should happen, but they do. And that's okay. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, for what you're paying, you want to make sure that you're getting, you know, good stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying the figures aren't good, because they are. So with that being said, guys, listen, that's going to conclude my review on this Cobra Officer and Cobra Vipers 3-pack from Hasbro. Please, guys, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below as always. And always hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that I'm putting up. And with that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the flippity flip.